Batman Begins might appear to be a realistic drama, but if you dig a bit deeper, you'll uncover a hidden goldmine of comedy that the filmmakers cleverly buried. In this video, I'm going to reveal the secret of how to spot the humor, as well as how the filmmakers managed to blind us from noticing that it's right under our noses. And by the end of this video, not only will you be able to enjoy Batman Begins in a new way, you'll gain the ability to view all films through a completely new lens. The trick is to put yourself into the mind of the character. To show you what I mean, let's take a look at the step-by-step thought process of Raz Al Ghul. The way Raz sees it, crime cannot be tolerated. Therefore, I shall commit crime. And not just any crime, genocide. He claims it's to fight injustice, but considering Gotham's population is 30 million and the mob causing all of its crime and corruption has only a few hundred members at most, this is like targeting a wasp's nest with an atom bomb. Now, Raz already has everything he needs to wreak havoc. An army of highly trained ninjas who can infiltrate Gotham City, a fear toxin in the water supply, a microwave emitter capable of making that toxin go airborne, and a method of accessing the one location that will achieve maximum damage. But instead of getting straight to it, Raz thinks, I'd better first recruit someone I don't need. Bruce Wayne, a mentally unhinged rageaholic. Rather than ask Bruce during the interview phase of the hiring process whether or not he's on board with mass murdering everyone in Gotham, Raz figures, I should reveal my plan to Bruce after I've trained him into a ridiculously powerful ninja capable of stopping it. After he and Bruce part ways over creative differences, Raz realizes that he should have left Bruce alone in the first place. So Raz figures, I'm going to vow to do the one thing that will absolutely ensure my plan goes off without a hitch. Tell Bruce when I'm about to start. Because how could that possibly backfire? Given how utterly dim-witted Raz's plan is, you have to wonder, how did someone as smart as Bruce ever think it was wise to join him in the first place? Well, let's take a closer look at how Bruce puts two and two together. When Bruce learns that his parents' killer is going to walk free, he knows that he could use his wealth and resources as a billionaire to arrange for a quiet disappearance, but he figures that a much smarter way of handling it is to commit the murder himself on live television. Fortunately for Bruce, the mob beats him to it, so naturally Bruce decides that the most fitting way to show his gratitude is to declare eternal war on the mob that just saved him from prison. Not because they ruined his shot at revenge, but because catching a fleeting glimpse of Skid Row through a car window was just too much to handle. Who knew that watching his parents get gunned down would be less traumatizing for Bruce than seeing a few homeless people? Makes you wonder why his parents' death is even part of this origin story at all if it's not what drives him to become Batman. Anyway, step one of Bruce's crusade is to tell the mob he's not afraid of them, like they care. When Falcone tells him that he'll never understand desperation or the crime world, Bruce decides the only way to remedy this is to steal things in Bhutan for 7 years. Never mind that the very crime and desperation he wants to study is in his own backyard, or that he's in a perfect position to engage in white-collar crime on a massive scale. No, becoming a petty thief in a culture with laws and customs nothing like Gotham's is the sensible way to go. Now, Bruce is in a hurry to kick off his crime-fighting journey, so rather than fly to Asia in a day like a normal person, he instead figures the fastest way to get there is via cargo ship, which would take about 30 days at least. When some random guy in a suit claims that he can make Bruce a legend if he follows him up a mountain, Bruce figures, yeah, I'll go along, why not? Because as far as Bruce is concerned, if you get the chance to follow a stranger somewhere dangerous, you definitely should, without questioning their intentions. Especially if he keeps company with an array of shady characters. They're giving him free ninja lessons after all, so Bruce doesn't see any reason to doubt their motives. Until they ask him to chop a man's head off, and mass murder everyone in his hometown. Since Bruce now has a firm no-kill policy, his solution is to burn the place down and try to kill everybody in it. Now, the way Bruce sees it, if he purposely starts a fire and people die, that's not on him. That's on the fire. Which is why he calmly walks away from the massacre he caused without understanding that he just committed murder. A lot of murder. Back in Gotham, Bruce realizes that before he uses his ninja skills to take down the mob, he should enlist the help of Jim Gordon, one of the few honest cops left. Rather than simply talk to him, Bruce's recruitment strategy is to threaten to blow his brains out, and then make it clear that he knows where Jim's family lives. Now armed with ninja skills and a terrified police ally, Bruce realizes that before he can take down the mob, he's missing one crucial step: make every criminal in Gotham afraid of bats. See, Bruce figures that confronting hardened criminals with a childhood fear they never had in the first place will make them tremble and not laugh. Upgrading from basic ninja wear to a full-on bat costume does incite intense fear, but not of bats, of him, because anyone who would do this has clearly lost their mind. When his friend Rachel gets poisoned, Bruce races to save her, but rather than use Jim's police car to speed through traffic and get her to Wayne Manor where the antidote is, Bruce figures the wiser approach is to attack the police in a tank, and then proceeds to needlessly crush a police car with 2 officers in it, even though he has plenty of space to drive around them. And when other police cars give chase, Bruce decides that his no-kill policy allows for blowing up innocent people with explosives. Somehow. Lastly, when Raz boards the monorail with the microwave emitter and heads to Wayne Tower, Bruce knows his options do include cutting power to the monorail by calling the electric company, turning the microwave emitter off, and disabling it with an explosive. But instead, he opts for a far more ethical approach: force a train crash in a densely populated area. If anybody dies, that's not on him, that's on the train. Bruce may have inherited Wayne Manor and Wayne Enterprises, but he certainly didn't inherit the family brain cell. It's not just because he is shockingly unaware of when he's committed murder, or that he can't help but destroy everything he touches. It's that he lacks the mental faculties to work out any course of action that isn't completely unnecessary and reckless. So, if Batman Begins is full of comedic moments, why don't we notice? What's preventing us from spotting its glaring flaws in logic? First of all, the trailer convinces us that this is not a comedy, which therefore preconditions us not to look for humor. So by the time we start watching, we're already convinced we're in for a smart drama and not an unintentional comedy. But while the trailer may prime our expectations of the film's genre, the real reason we don't notice the comedy is because of the music. The music is constantly manipulating our emotions before our brains have a chance to catch on to how dim-witted and illogical the characters actually are. The movie's total runtime is 2 hours, 10 minutes, and 55 seconds without end credits, but there are only 22 minutes and 28 seconds without music. That means that the score is shaping our perception for 83% of the film's runtime, and it's very difficult to notice how absurd the characters' choices are when the music is cueing us to feel like this. Or like this. Or like this. Or like this. Or like this. To show just how much the music influences our viewing experience, let's watch those same clips again, but this time without the music. Did you notice that without the music forcing you how to feel, you gained the ability to think and decide for yourself? Now, obviously films do not offer the option to just turn off the music, but there is a trick to breaking the spell, should you want to. The trick is to turn the sound off and turn the subtitles on. Then, your brain will process the film rationally instead of emotionally. And this will provide a completely different movie experience, not just for Batman Begins, but for any film. Without the music constantly brainwashing you, I guarantee you'll start noticing just how frequently movie characters lack common sense. And you may start to realize that most films you thought were dramas can also be viewed as comedies. If you want them to be, that is. But what do you think? If you were writing Batman Begins, would you try to make it a comedy? Or would you fix the gaps in logic to make it a more realistic drama? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed watching this, please subscribe so you'll be notified when my videos on The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises are released. Because if you thought Batman Begins has issues, just wait. I'll post the links in the description below once the videos are up. Hope to see you there.